Field Yates and Mike Clay from the Fantasy Focus Football Podcast. And Mike, stop me if you've heard this one before. Antonio Brown is as good as it gets for fantasy football when it comes to consistency. He really is, especially in PPR scoring, where added value for wide receivers to catch a ton of passes. My question to you is this. Is it clear-cut? Is it indisputable? Is there a no doubt about it sentiment that Antonio Brown is the number one wide receiver in fantasy this year over Julio Jones, over Odell Beckham Jr., over Mike Evans, who, by the way, had the most points in standard scoring last season amongst wide receivers?
I think you easily could make a case for those two guys, especially Julio. And, well, Julio and Beckham actually both have pretty good schedules this year, so that helps a little bit. Brown, for me, is such a high floor and a high ceiling. I mean, last year his production was down a bit. He missed the game, but he was still an elite fantasy wide receiver. You know, he was considered kind of a disappointment because the numbers were down, but he was still tremendous. So I'm gonna stick with him. I'll say this though, his production was down a little bit, and it was the second highest touchdown total and end zone target total of his careers. If Martavis Bryant does play, could that touchdown number come down? He's going to need probably a little bit more of a target share. So again, you add all this together. I'm going to put Brown 1. But again, if you wanted to go Beckham, you wanted to go with the younger guy, you wanted to go Julio and his great schedule and his situation in Atlanta, I'm not gonna kill you for it.
Mike, you're making me a little bit nervous. However, I'm gonna rely on three words. No, I'm gonna rely on 3 words that are tried and true. Business is booming. Antonio Brown, number one wide receiver in fantasy for 2017.